All right, welcome back to the Shack and First Down Buffalo pregame show, joined by Spiderman, Wall of Famer, recently jersey and number retiree at West Virginia, talking about Darryl Talley. How are you, man? Great to see you.
Doing well myself. Just hanging out here in Orlando, enjoying it right now, watching my dog go to the bathroom, waiting on him to come back. Kind of got to go pick it up.
Right. Not a terrible place to be. What kind of dog you got, man?
It's my daughter's dog. It's now you would have to ask me something. I can't remember.
Is it little or big? How's that?
It's about 60 pounds, maybe 80.
Okay. All right. Good sized dog. Anyway, you're doing a little dog sitting. Good for you. Let's talk a little bit. It's funny. I see all the new Spider-Man trailers, and you're the first person I think of. And it's probably not. I bet you everybody in Buffalo is the same way, man.
I don't know. I don't know how they look at it, but I get to go see it, and I'm really happy about it. It's exciting.
For people that don't know, what's the history of that? Like, how did that even come about?
Well, it came about because first of all, I like cartoons, and I always considered myself to be like Spider-Man, just trying to arrive just in time to help my friends out, to let them know where they had to be, where they didn't have to be, what we had to do, and how we had to get it done. So whenever I seen somebody in trouble or something like that, I try and lend a hand.
And
I've always been that way.
You had a lot of bad guys in your web during your 12-year career. That is for sure. That is for sure. You played, I'm pretty sure about this, 12 years and never missed a game. Is that right?
That is correct.
That's insane. What an Iron Man. How did you stay so healthy? And, well, maybe you didn't. Maybe there were games that you shouldn't have played in, whatever, but you loved the game so much you did.
But it's all mind over matter. And that's what I used to say. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter.
Well done. I'm looking forward to seeing more of those quotes from you in the future. What are you doing now, by the way?
I'm working right now with the NFL and the NFL Legends community. And other than that, sitting down, doing a few other things that I'm just not going to speak on yet. I'm just going to wait and see what happens.
Nice. Hey, listen, it's always that. I tell people all the time, it's fun to have a toe in this puddle and a toe in this puddle and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. I get it. But it's just getting to the age where you want to go, man, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to do that.
Yep.
I'm going to sit here and relax.
Yeah, I don't blame you one bit. You're not a whole lot older than me, believe it or not. But I'm the same way. I'm kind of like, I'm my age and I just want to do what I like, and if it brings me a little bit of income, but certainly joy, beautiful. I'm in.
I'm all over it.
Beautiful, man. For you, like, I'm sure a lot of people have asked you this question, and I've never had the opportunity to, and maybe there isn't one, but what for you, first thing that comes to mind, most significant football accomplishment for you?
Wow. I don't know. It's really a hard question for me. The best football accomplishment, I say, I would have to say it was the very first Super Bowl in which I played in. Our country was at a war, and that was it. And we were the only show in town, and everybody was watching us. And the other one was having my number retired at West Virginia University. Because let's put it this way, I had to have done something right for me just to be only the fourth person up there on that wall. So, I feel very honored to have that done.
And let's be honest, forget about, the end result of that first Super Bowl, arguably the greatest Super Bowl ever played, arguably. So that's meaningful for sure. Let's fast forward to the current Bills. I know you keep tabs on them, and it's interesting because you are not that much. You and Tremaine Edmonds, I'm just going to throw this out there. You and Tremaine Edmonds are almost the same size. You might have 10 pounds on you, maybe, from what your playing weight was, or maybe a little bit more, but not much.
No.
He has been critiqued a little bit in the Bills run defense for, at times overrunning plays, especially the more noticeable long touchdown runs we've seen in the Tennessee and Indianapolis and the first Patriot games. How would you mentor him? Like, what would be some of the things you talk to him about? He's such a young kid still at 21 or 2. What would you tell him?
Main first thing I tell him is that first thing he does, he has to learn to engage and disengage. And that's, using his hands. Use his hands better than what he's doing. And use his eyes and doesn't have to run as fast as he does most of the time. But when he does have to go, he's got to step on the gas pedal. And it's just a matter of learning his reads. I mean, I don't know particularly what his reads are in the particular defensive scheme that they're playing. He may be doing exactly what he's supposed to do, but everybody else sees something completely different. I just would like them to take on a guard and push him in the backfield, use their bodies for blocking people, because he and Milano both are fast enough to get to any corner that we got. I mean, any corner that's coming. And I've seen a couple of times where I've been in the same situation he was in. It's like the one where the receiver came all the way from the other side of the field, and he was the last man in that zone and had to carry him. Yeah, that's a pain in the butt if nobody hits that guy. Nobody hits him. He's got a running start. You got to get on your horse and go. He got on his horse to go get him, but he could have used some help on the other side.
Yeah, and okay. Were you, speaking of the Tampa game, obviously, were you there for that game? Yes,
I was. I was there sitting and watching in live and in living color.
You had to be impressed by Josh's second half, obviously.
Josh played, excuse the expression, he played his ass off. I mean, he did just about everything you could ask of him.
And he did the same this past weekend against New England. Ridiculous performance. He is, I still don't know. I mean, I think people in Buffalo, even Bills fans all around the world, have to sort of still pinch themselves a little bit in realizing the kind of things this kid is accomplishing at such a young age, Well,
the things he's doing, and the other part about it is you look at the size of him. How many defensive backs want to tackle a 240-pound quarterback? Running pretty good at about a 4.5, 4.6 speed, and not having any cares in the world about who he's running into, because he's not afraid. He's playing. He's got both of them slammed to the wall, and he's going. So, yeah, I love the way he plays the game.
They have been, Darryl, relatively inconsistent. I think that's a fair word to use. Have the Bills, the middle of the season was win-loss, 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 win-loss. They put two together now with their wins over Carolina and the Patriots, and they have games ahead that they arguably should win on paper. They're better than the Falcons and the Jets, but because of their inconsistency, I know some people are a little concerned about what they're going to see on Sunday. How do they not make that mistake of going back after a very emotional, very hard-fought win, a very important win in New England, and regressing a little bit and maybe playing down to their opponent in Atlanta?
They don't have to do that. What they need to remember is this: simple. They get paid to play too. And they're not just going to roll their helmets out on the field, because they have to play for self-respect, dignity, and their pride. Don't forget, these guys are playing at a high level themselves. So it's not going to be just roll the ball out. No, that's not going to happen. So they're just going to have to go out, and they're going to have to be physical and jump on them. Don't give them a chance. That's just my opinion.
I saw an interview that you did recently, and you used the word nasty. You wanted to see some nastiness out of the Bills.
Yes.
And I'm curious about that word, because something tells me you have to have some nastiness someplace in here and in here. I don't know if nastiness, and you can agree or disagree, is teachable or coachable.
Some of it's coachable, but I don't know. I think mainly it's just got to be innate in some guys. It's probably in everyone. It's just that you just got to dig to that right spot in that person to get it to come out of them. And because I honestly believe that any guy that's playing that game has got a little bit of nastiness in him, because he wouldn't be there if he didn't have that.
Who do you like in this game? Well, go ahead. Finish your thought. I'm sorry.
Who do I have? I don't have any other choices. That's it.
Well, I mean,
I'm the home team guy.
You did play in Atlanta for a second, literally.
Like I said, I'm the home team guy. I picked.
I knew where your allegiance was. I was just pushing your buttons a little bit, but I'm glad to hear what your answer was. It was right. Hey man, great to see you. You look awesome. And hopefully we'll catch up soon. And I'm assuming that maybe a playoff game's in store for you in person if there is one in Buffalo. I mean, it looks like there's going to be one if things continue. So hopefully we'll see you in person soon. But in the interim, thanks so much for doing this, man. We really appreciate it. And Happy New Year's to you.
Not a problem. Not a problem. Happy New Year's to you as well. Hey, and like I said, look forward to seeing you in the playoffs.
Absolutely, man. There's Spider-Man, Darryl, Talley. More coming up on the Shack and First Down Buffalo pregame show.